Howdy guys, just wanted to say welcome back, yeah, here in Caerphilly, just heading up the mountain. It's a bit misty, so fuck knows if we'll actually be able to see anything up there, but we'll give it a whirl anyway. It looks like the sun's trying to burn through, and we shall see how we progress, but I imagine visibility might be shite. Anyway, just wanted to give you a bit of an update really in this vlog. So I've been back in Wales now close to a month. Time has indeed certainly flown by, and I first want to say just a thanks and appreciation to you guys. While I've been busy moving and getting settled in and things, I noticed that my channel hit over that 200 mark, so it might not be much to some, but I'm pretty proud of that one. I'm sorry I haven't really been as involved, I guess, in the last couple of weeks. It's obviously been a busy time moving, settling in, you know, so much shite to buy and so much things to do that I had my attention a little bit off the ball, as it were. I'm not sure if this is too slippery, but we'll see. But yeah, I had my attention elsewhere, but kept the vlogs as, you know, weekly as I could, and had enough stuff in the bank to kind of last through it really, so I was pretty lucky with that. But hopefully we'll continue that on, so I hope to still put out videos every Wednesday, and if I could do more, I'll do more, but again, it being winter, and as you can see, the visibility isn't great. Well, this is a terrible idea, so I'm heading back down the mountain. It's kind of pointless. You can't really see anything up here. And we shall continue on. Well, back to the mountain now. It's a little bit more visibility, a little less fog, so we shall continue. So, yeah, just wanted to say again how much I appreciate you guys keeping with me. Transitioning 500 miles is not easy. And I think I managed to do it without too many bumps to the road, yeah, apart from that, settling in fine. Bike is great. I seem to have a bit of a battery gremlin, but I'm trying to work it out at the moment if it's just I've hooked up too many things to my battery or not, but worst case I'll replace the battery, because it's like 30 quid or whatever, and it's probably my fault for putting so many things attached to it, like GPS, heated grips, all the rest of it. But I'd like to know whether or not this is something you guys have come across. You know, I had a couple of things on it, GPS, you know, heated grips, and a USB charger for a while, though I did take that off pretty quickly, to be honest. But I think it's the GPS that's causing it, and I had it wired directly to the battery, possibly not as well as I could have obviously having it wired into something that starts when the ignition does, but it was winding my battery down in a couple of days, so I've been having to keep the bike on an Optimate. I've unplugged what I think is the cause, so we shall see if that's any better, but we'll attack that one when it comes to it. So, what's changed being back in South Wales? Well, the lifestyle's changed a little bit at the moment because I'm so damn close to the train station. I have been taking the train into work, because where I live is right next to a train station, and where I work is right next to a train station, and it's one train that goes all the way, and so I just thought, well, is it worth getting the bike dirty really, and is it worth the effort and the, you know, everything that goes along with it, getting salt on the bike constantly and all the rest of it. So at the moment, even though the train is horrific, I'll go into that in another subject, but so I'm taking the train in at the moment. I imagine once it becomes a bit lighter, I will start taking the bike in, and that's when you'll probably see more coincidence vlogs and things like that. But at the moment, I'm only using the bike socially on the weekend or whatever. It's still my main form of transport, so I am still using it to to get out and about, go get shopping, that kind of stuff. But obviously there's less footage from, you know, when I am out and about, so I imagine coincidence might take a wee while to start flowing back in, but rest assured coincidence will be happening in the near future. So the other thing that's changed is now in work I'm actually a bit busier than I was in my previous role, so what I would say is I might certainly get far behind on vlogs. I'm watching other people's vlogs certainly, and hopefully I won't have too much of a problem on my own vlogs. Ooh, got to love to cyclists. Yeah, hopefully I won't have too many problems getting my weekly stuff out. I'm still committed to getting that done and to continue on. We shall continue on with the vlogging, but it does mean that you know, previously I was subscribed to a whole heap of people. So I think I was subscribed to over 200 people, to over 200 channels, and I've started to have to be a little bit more selective on what I have time to watch, I guess, because with a couple of hundred people on the old subscriptions list, it's very easy to fall behind. I apologise, yeah, I just only have so much time now, so I think I'm going to try and get that down to around about 150 channels, and see how that goes on. So if you do subscribe to me, I will check out your stuff. If I like your stuff, then I'll hold on to you, and I'm more than likely gonna, you know, start dropping some of the American motovloggers from my viewing habits, some of the bigger channels, just because I'm starting to get a bit bored of them, to be honest. It was good at the start, but it's the same old bullshit, so I don't know. I quite like to build stuff, so we shall see, but I imagine that I'm gonna have to diversify my watching habits, and I actually prefer the smaller vloggers anyway. I just think it's better when you have a bit more of a community around you. So in here to get petrol, and we shall continue on this vlog. So along with needing to cut down a little bit on my YouTube time, I have already managed to meet up with Tin Man, and imagine I'll be meeting up with more vloggers further. And with that in mind, I am currently debating the face reveal. Only because I'm not bothered about my bike and stuff. I'm not bothered about the anonymity, hence why I show my number plate on photos. So I'm not all that bothered about that stuff. I just think it would be easier if you are meeting up with motovloggers, for them not have to blur your face out or any of that bollocks, really. And yeah, there are a number of motovloggers I follow that show their faces. They might not necessarily show their bikes, but yeah, they certainly do show their faces. So I'm considering joining those ranks and face revealing as a thought. So what do you guys think about that? Is it a big problem? Do you think it changes things? Certainly not doing it to be an egotistical, crazy person or whatever. I'm not bothered by that stuff. I don't want it to be a celebrity as such, and seems as YouTube is my hobby, I don't think that's necessarily what will happen anyway. But I just think it makes it a bit easier for filming. You don't have to do more things, especially for some of the things I have planned. So lots of stuff planned in the future, lots more castles down here, so there will be castle adventures. I'm obviously further south, so hopefully opportunities for touring Europe also on the cards. So watch this space on that one. I'm still doing my usual of going out and filming 3 or 4 vlogs, just to give myself a bit of breathing space, especially when I don't know what the weather's going to be like in the upcoming time. But by all means, if there's anything you specifically want me to vlog about or get my opinion on, by all means let me know in the comment section. Let me know your opinion on whether or not I should face reveal, and if it will bother you in the slightest. I assure you it's not that much of a pretty face, so you know, we shall see. But I've certainly got a new camera that I actually wanted for photography, just in its compact form, but it's apparently a phenomenal camera for vlogging, so that might be something I can do some off. I'm not planning on doing any major off-bike stuff, but if I'm in a castle or whatever, then I could do some off-bike stuff, is all I'm thinking with that. Not that you'll have to necessarily see my mug everywhere, but I think, I don't know, I think it might make it a bit more personal, a bit more personable. You become more of a friend type thing, as opposed to just an anonymous face, I guess, on YouTube. But I don't know, we shall see. But I'd like to get your opinion on that, guys. Anyway, I've probably waffled on long enough on this one, so I'll catch you on the next one.